Best face on.
Welcome to another edition of Bad Boyz of Podcasting. I'm DJ Impact. I got most of the Bad Boys here with me. It's good to see everybody here. It's our Thanksgiving special. This is the week we get a chance to gobble with the mask on. No, not with a mask, man. I'm just joking. Anyway, you guys definitely be safe out there. We're here just to give you a little bit of entertainment during this crazy time in this world we're in. So our Thanksgiving show, 5 wrestling things that we are happy for and thankful for this year, and also 5 wrestling things in the past that's been turkeys. Yeah, we got our little list here. We're gonna break it down to you. And you know, I'm sure you have your own list too. In fact, send it to us. All right. Our Gmail is Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting, and that is with a Z. Vegas Bad Boys with a Z of Podcasting at gmail.com. You can also throw it in our social media too. Let us know the 5 things that you're thankful for this year, and the 5 things that has been turkeys, and this is all wrestling related. Okay, so keep it wrestling related. All right, let's get to it. How about we go with you, Simon Street, first? Give us a couple of some things you've been excited for this year, wrestling wise.
Excited for?
Yeah.
Let's see. I thought it was things that I was thankful for, but I'll do that as well because I felt both.
Oh, Lord. He's a thankful, excited, happy.
Don't pick on DJ Impact.
I'm not picking on him.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, he celebrates sight giving. Okay.
Sight giving.
Sight giving. All right. That's the exercise of being excited for things.
The sight.
There you go.
The giving of excitement. Okay, well, that's a new one.
All right.
So am I only naming one, or am I naming all of them? Can I just name one and then we go around in a circle? I feel like it's better.
No.
Okay, I'll name all of them. Fine.
Name all of them.
So, all right. So one of the ones I have, this was really tough because 2020 was interesting freaking year. Tons of turkeys, but not so many. Hey, but the ones that I did pick out of 2020, of course, I'm going to go with Sasha Banks versus Bayley. It was at Hell in a Cell. I thought that was a great match. I know I'm the number one person who loves them, some Sasha Banks, but it was just an excellent match. You know, between her and Bayley, continued on the story or climax to the story. So we think. And, you know, they just were very innovative, even scary at some points to where I was just kind of like, man, I mean, we know Sasha's like a rag doll, but I mean, I was a little concerned. Next one that I have as well is AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy versus Sami Zayn. It was at the Clash of Champions. I thought that was an entertaining match, especially the end, how Zayn was on the ladder and was able to handcuff, AJ Styles just to get the victory. I thought it was just cool. And again, I think that was when we realized Sami Zayn of what we have now. Genius, awesome, love him. Another one that I have is the NXT, and that's going to be the Broserweights, which was at the time Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne versus Undisputed Era, which consisted of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. I thought that was a really, really good match because I really do like, I'm not a big Matt Riddle fan, but I really do like Pete Dunne. And I felt like just those 4 together just was really, really awesome. The way they went at it, they all had a chance to kind of showcase their own. And I was just thoroughly entertained. Usually tag teams, I don't get as entertained like that. And I was from start to finish. Another one that I had is more recent and it's interesting was Edge versus Randy Orton. That was a really, 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 really good match, mostly because they built it up as the greatest wrestling match ever. But it really was good because it gave us an opportunity to see Edge just really go to it. I thought they were going to simplify it, but Edge really went there, obviously suffered an injury right afterwards, but that was an excellent match. And then my final pick that I had was super, 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 super hard. But I picked Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa, NXT TakeOver Portland. That match, the hype, the match met the hype. And I thought it was just from start to finish, from the bell ring, it was just heavy hitting. They all gave it their all, and I really really love it. I felt like they tore the house down with that match, and so those are my 5 that I'm thankful for.
All right, appreciate that.
Thank you.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll jump in on this one.
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
I'll jump in on this one.
Back the truck up.
I know, right?
Beep, beep, beep.
All right, so this is top 5 just in wrestling general. And this is no in particular order. All right. Moose having a TNA title. Awesome. Enjoying that because he's been pretending to be this greatest champion of a title that don't exist and doing a good job entertaining us with it. I love it. Raw Underground. I don't care what people say. I think that was exciting. I wish it could have been more gritty, but at the same time, from what we had, it was something that was different. And I think if they would have, just took it down even dirtier and and would have just made it and just continued the show, I think it would have been even more entertaining. And you remember I told you how dirtier I mean. I wanted cigarette smoking. I wanted dice playing. I want those strippers on the clothes. I want it all over there, right? I went Impact Wrestling. Hey, I got to give just the entire, since I've been watching it, I've for the most part been really entertained. I've been thankful just having another wrestling promotion that I really never watched too much in the past that I've been watching a lot more, and it's really been good, entertaining for what they've been doing, and that's been great. Really thankful for the Black talent that have been winning titles on WWE, point blank. I've been thankful for that. Keith Lee, the New Day, Apollo Crews, Bobby Lashley, Sasha Banks. I mean, listen, if it takes a pandemic for us to get acknowledged, I'll take it. Hey, I'm just putting it out there, okay? But it's been a great run for that. And I guess the last one, to be honest with you, AEW. It's great to have another wrestling organization out there. And despite the fact that I like to give Sin City sometimes some shit over it, it's cool to see to have that wrestling organization, and I get to start from the beginning, where I didn't have that opportunity with other wrestling organizations. So now I can, 20 years down the line, I can be like, man, I remember when they first got started, and they've come a long way. So those are all the things I'm thankful for during this year, man, for wrestling. What do you thought, Sin City Steve? What would you be thankful for, man, this year in wrestling?
All right. So for me, number 1, and I did rank these. So I'm going to start off at the top.
Nice. Okay.
So for me, number 1, even through the pandemic, which crippled our world, and as we grinded to a halt, that professional wrestling organizations made sure that they observed all of the proper safety precautions for their talent and for their fans, yet they persevered, and they took this curveball that was thrown in their direction to continue to provide us, the fans, with regular, if not weekly content, and keeping us loving the thing that we love. So for me, that's been number 1 this year.
Yeah.
So number 2, AEW. As you said, DJ, AEW has become a solid number 2 promotion and is a legit alternative to WWE. Let's hope that Turner follows through on their promise to add another AEW branded show to their networks.
Awesome.
That would be the thing that I would want to see for next year.
Yeah.
Number 3, Roman Reigns' heel run. So many people called for a Reigns heel turn for years, and he's doing arguably the best work of his entire career right now. And it's really, really amazing to see how this character is continuing to grow and evolve. And I'm looking forward to seeing what 2021 has in the cards.
Yeah.
Number 4, the pairing between the Fiend and Alexa Bliss has allowed Alexa to showcase her acting abilities and add a new facet to her career while keeping the Fiend fresh and throwing a new wrinkle in there. So again, I just want to see more from them in 2021. And lastly, But not least, it's one of those things where, you know, all 5 of these could be something that was, you know, 1 or 2 or whatever. Is just John Moxley being John Moxley again. He's gotten back to what made him great before he was in WWE and before he was in NXT. When he was tearing up the indies, either through CZW, or, you know, in Dragon Gate, or even on the even lower level indies. He's gotten back to the roots of his character, and he's been able to revitalize it, and it's been really amazing to see. So yeah, I want to know kind of what path that he takes in 2021. I'm really interested to see where he goes from here.
Okay. That leaves you, Mr. Matt Michaels. What do you got for us?
I definitely am a little bit of the same page with Steven. A couple things. One being everything Fiend, but especially the Firefly Funhouse stuff as well. They're just doing a lot of good stuff with everything as a whole, and just trying to add dimensions to it so it doesn't fail. Smart idea, and they're executing it very well. The other thing I agree with is Moxley, but I took it a step further, and that is Moxley, Rollins, and Roman. Because I agree with Roman and Moxley, and I don't think you can leave Rollins out of that either. He's had such a major role last year, that, and on top of it, Moxley and Rollins are both having kids. So we know that the second generation of the Shield will be coming up around the same time. So,
yeah.
You know, that's something that must make Vince happy to know in 20 years he'll still be around to see kids wrestle.
In Roman have a kid too?
I don't know. I listen. I'm not at the head of the table, so I don't get to know this.
That's
well
awesome.
Played.
Yeah,
I was good.
So rounding out the list here, you just got to give it up for MJF. Possibly, you know, one of the best heel talents that will be for a long while to come. Hopefully, knock on wood, he stays healthy for a long duration. And then Bailey, you know, by using that heel turn to project her into a more confident performer, you know, it's worked, and it's been something that she's never gotten a lot of credit for, because ironically enough, as a baby face to top all baby faces, you have that weird phase where your fans are going from 12-year-old kids to 15-year-olds. And this nailed that gap, because it could bring those people back to liking her. And finally, the best wrestling program on TV, NXT, week in, week out. Their product is still as good as it can fucking be. You know, and you gotta, let's face it, you gotta look at NXT, and one thing you always have to remember is that this company is part of WWE, so it looks like a WWE show, but it's written like something totally different, and that shows. Performers always are getting better. The you would think that a character like Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, that they would get stale, and as soon as you feel that, all of a sudden something new for a while. And that's the best thing about seeing NXT evolve, is that with 2 hours now, and having had that for, you know, a year and a half or so, it feels like it's something that they're utilizing, you know, towards their advantage. So keep it up, Uncle Bruce. You know, if you could just watch them once every other week, your product would be just going sky high, man.
No doubt. All right. So what would be then the 5 wrestling related things that have been turkeys? Simon Street.
Now this is where I got really creative. So, and
That's
I
a
didn't.
lie.
No, I'm dead serious. Creative. You'll see. So the first one, obvious, is an obvious one. COVID-19, worst turkey ever. It really just pissed me off because I actually was planning on going to some live events that was going to be either in California or here. Couldn't do that. Thank you, COVID. Life sucks. So there's that. It's number 2. The tragedy that is Ricochet and how WWE has handled him. I felt like that is just, I mean, like the boy was here to play, but no space to stay. And it's still going to be that way. And it continues to be just a turkey to me. We'll either get rid of him or send him back to NXT. The third thing that I have for a turkey of 2020 is that I still can't watch Impact Wrestling. I have to go out of the way to watch Impact Wrestling and not be a normal person. What is the name of the channel that Impact Wrestling is on?
Access.
Access is turkey. Freaking turkey. I know Impact Wrestling is freaking amazing. And when I do get a chance to watch it, it's been at Impact's house or by other means on the internet. So yeah.
Okay, can I bust your bubble?
What?
They own the network that they're on.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
so
on
let me
the
so let me rephrase that. The access that I don't have of access is the turkey of 2020. Find more ways for me to access. That make it correct now? and you know, you forget what I'm at. All right, so the fourth one. That I have, I think is a turkey that could be done without it, is that whole storyline that we saw with Lana and Bobby Lashley. That was an absolute train wreck. Kudos to them for just following it all the way through to the horrible end that it was. Cringeworthy, freaking cringeworthy. I'm not even going to details. Y'all know how shitty it was. And then last but not least, the last turkey that I have of 2020 is that we are going to go into 2021, still COVID production. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Simon Street's 5 turkeys 2020.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. You know, I had a hard time finding 5. It should not have been hard.
Shit,
but it should, because I should have 30. But I could come up with one at the last second. So we'll see what comes out. Again, they're in no order. Okay, so I'm gonna start with what I know for sure that I had my the Turkey Award going to. First off, 100% should not have been a WrestleMania. I will still stand by that. I love WrestleMania. I've been to them all. The way that it was presented was straight stupid. I would even take it right now because you see, when you look at the Thunderdome, when you compare that to what you had under a COVID. Now, of course, you know, when COVID started, okay, they wasn't even in the position of even having something like the Thunderdome. But as far as I'm concerned, it just should not have happened. Sorry, that's just me. I'm gonna stick by it, and it's gonna stay that way. That's your big show. Make it big. Yeah, Cody staying the TNA champion. It's annoying, and I understand it. I get it, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, maybe he should have took the same road as the Young Bucks and said, you know what, at the time the belts are not that important, you know, and then at some point maybe you get it and then you give it up to someone else. But for the length that he's had it, it seemed like this is going to be something that he's going to have, and I don't care if that's a network decision or not, whatever. I just don't care to see him with it. The Mike Tyson at AEW. I was looking for something a little bit better than what was there. And maybe that's probably because I'm so old school WWE that I remember the whole thing with Tyson and Stone Cold. Listen, I was really just expecting Mike to just go in on that entire setup, but it just, to me, ended up being a flop. It was great to see him, but the entire thing, as far as how it ended, it was turkey. Sin City, I'm so sorry. A lot of it has to be on the AEW side. The fucking Dark Order. It's turkey.
The fucking Dark Order.
It's turkey. And I gave it as much hope as I possibly can. I even wanted the new leader to really kind of help it. It still just didn't. Which is part of my entire challenge that I have with them. That definitely was this big turkey right there. If I have to jump over, if I have to make something at the last minute, not necessarily match-wise, but if I have to pick back on WWE, and I understand if from a business standpoint, they got to do what they got to do. So it is what it is. But I didn't care the way that they let the massive amount of talent go during the early stages of COVID. They just dropped 22, 25, whatever, you're going by, peace. And then they've made other decisions, even the ones recently when it comes to the third-party apps that they decide, or the third-party, businesses or whatever that they were a part of. They killed that whole thing. Just the way that they're doing their business is, to me, just turkey. The only reason why you're even talking about the idea of unions in the first place is just because of the bullshit they plan. If they would just be just like other organizations and say, hey, go do other things on the side, to survive, to make it, then okay, fine. You know what I mean? But the way that they're treating it is, I don't think it's cool at all. And because of that, they get the Turkey Award when it comes to their business related towards their talent. That would be my fine.
I would want to see what you would do with their salary.
What I'll do with whose salary?
With a WWE superstar salary. You feel sorry that they can't make that extra money on Cameo. Dude.
You know what the bad thing is, Impact, that scares me is I can see you telling your kids the 5 ways that you've disappointed me this year. I feel like a child being disciplined. Kudos to you.
I did my job. Sin City Steve, it's your turn, man. What do you got turkey-wise?
All right. I can't believe I'm the third person to go and no one said this. Number 1, with a fucking bullet and a Molotov cocktail. Retribution. What could have been an amazing storyline and a good faction quickly became a comedy joke. And it absolutely sucks for all the talent involved because they're just that. They're talented. They're doing their best to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. But at the end of the day, it's shit. Number 2, Raw Underground. There we differ, DJ. Again, what could have been a dark and gritty product and maybe been able to be spun off into another brand or a show on the network, a la Shotgun Saturday Night, devolved into an absolute joke, and it became the fucking Wish version of the Brawl for All. It was terrible. Number 3, the AEW Women's Division. Unfortunately, it's not where it needs to be, and it's not adequate. When AEW started, they announced that they would have, quite a focus on the division. But what ensued was an absolute train wreck. Call it the booking, not utilizing the athletes to their potential. But quite honestly, I cringe whenever someone not named Baker, Sheeta, or Rosa are involved. That's a problem. They need to fix it in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, we will agree on this. DJ, the Dark Order.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
First, we were told they were a cult, complete with the vignettes. Then we were told they were an evil corporation.
Right.
Then Brody Lee was brought in as the leader and behaved more like a henchman, like the warm-up boss to the final boss in a video game, if you want to take that route.
Right.
Because he opted to be the only one to get his hands dirty on so many occasions.
Right.
This is such a misstep, and it really sucks. There's no recovering from it. And last but certainly not least, Simon, we agree. The Lana, Bobby Lashley, Rusev, and Liv Morgan storyline. Yeah, you guys remember that crock of shit? Good. We don't need to talk anymore about it.
I'm always up for a good wedding. Let's go to you, Matt Michaels. What is your 5 turkeys?
All right. So, we're going to go address that AEW problem of bringing in WWE talent. It's just, talk about turkey moves, man. It was like a turkey bowl, right? They just threw turkey after turkey after turkey down the fucking lane. And boy, that's a shame, because for a company that came out of the gates looking like they were going to, radicalize the way pro wrestling is done, we just seen so many familiar faces in so many familiar roles after they've wrestled the top person and are right back middle or the bottom. So turkey, I say. This next turkey should never have been on fucking TV, and that's Ray's wife.
Oh boy.
Wow, you say it so passionately.
Well, let's put it this way. At least it's Ray who's the one who has to pluck her. That leads me to turkey here. It's kind of a combined thing. You have one JR, good old JR, who cannot for the life of him stop calling Sunny Kiss a she. And then you've got another buddy of his there, good old Jim Cornette. And while everyone was making their names be known during the Speak Out movement, Jim she approached me via DM, sent me lewd photos I never asked for, implied protection from the Kentucky Commission, stating he was a family friend, and told me she was going to fuck me as if I didn't have a choice. That, of course, being Jim Cornette's wife. Wow. Yeah, Cornette, turkey, JR, little less of a turkey, more of a wild turkey in Jim Ross's case. And then, my next turkey is Charlotte Flair's boobs, because you and your leaky silicone crap, you have robbed us of a year of Charlotte Flair and wrestling greatness. So please remember, ladies, sometimes you already have enough. You don't need that extra crap in there.
Or at least buy the premium quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, see, that's why they're still independent contractors. If they got that union, they're all going to have like SAG women tits, you know?
My Lord.
What are SAG
Hollywood
tits?
quality, right?
Oh, Hollywood quality. Okay.
Not saggy tits, right? Exactly.
Oh, they said SAG tits. I'm like,
yeah, no. We're not talking Mae Young, you know. Ooh, Mae Young.
Here's a hand.
Yeah.
It wasn't that type of hand. It was DJ. Put your hand up.
And finally, the biggest turkey of the year, has got to be the Gobbledygooker, 24/7 champion tonight.
I was
How
going
long?
to
Come
But how
on.
long?
I was going to add him too.
Yeah, man, that's the turkey of the night, turkey of the year. And boy, I'll tell you right now, if you ever see a trail of turkey feed seeds, do not follow that trail because you're going to end up getting knocked out by the truth, man.
You know what they say, a bird trap for a bird brain. There you go.
What they say.
By the way, 43. Was it 43 or 45?
45 times.
45 24/7 title reigns for, Ric Flair thought he was something else with 16. 45.
Those are fucking rookie numbers.
Right.
You know what's funny? R-Truth was not mentioned on either the turkeys or the likes, but had the most championships in 2020.
2020. How about 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone likes R-Truth, it appears.
As long as it's not our Heavenly Father, then he'll take him too soon, like he's taking the rest of them.
Wow, you just got dark really quick.
Right.
Wow, man.
Hey,
I mean, I know that
we've lost too many. We've lost too many.
I know
this
that,
year.
at the end of the year, we look back in memoriam, but I didn't think that we were doing that this show. Shit.
Right.
Hey, you never know. I appreciate and love every one of y'all.
Well,
Back
thank
to you, brother. Back to you.
Guys,
That
that
was
is
like, am I gonna die?
Yeah, seriously, this is the scariest thing you've. This should have been like on the fucking Halloween episode.
No shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
He gets his holidays confused. It's always been an issue. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. This is Thanksgiving, Simon Street.
Oh, is this the one where we just eat and go to sleep?
Yeah. See,
This is the American
Okay.
holiday
Gotcha.
where we overindulge ourselves on food,
Okay.
watch football, and pass the fuck out.
Okay.
There you
Shoot
go.
fireworks,
So,
right?
Shoot fireworks whilst drunk.
so how do you do that when you have to watch kids?
They hold the firework.
Yeah.
They have fireworks on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. They hold the fireworks.
Oh,
You hand them the lighter and the firework. They do whatever it is.
can I hand them a stink bomb and they can go in the bathroom and lock themselves in there?
Sure.
You're missing the point of this. You have kids.
I know.
You shouldn't have kids. Then you don't have to worry about it.
So now you tell me I can't celebrate Thanksgiving because I got kids? God damn it. I feel like R-Truth.
Oh, God.
I was trying to act like R-Truth. I tried my best.
You should say
Well,
that you felt like
guys.
Heath Slater, but
Yeah, that too.
there's another misstep.
Yeah. I should have wore a condom. I get it.
Ooh.
Folks, it's been
Something like Rhino.
it has been entertaining. You all are funny. I love each and one of you. Okay. And we
Thanks,
thank
your brother.
everyone. We thank everyone for listening to our entertainment show. Hey, enjoy Thanksgiving. Again, we know that this is a tough time, but that's why we take this time to be crazy, because we're trying to get through this just as much as you all are trying to get this. So we're dragging you along with our entertainment and craziness, and we thank you for being there with us. Continue to listen, continue to tell folks about us as we continue to believe it or not, folks, we're almost on our third year anniversary here. It's amazing. So as we get close to that, we'll talk more, but it's amazing to think that we're moving right along, and we wouldn't do it without you. So we thank everyone that's listening and everything.
It's Thursday when we put the knife in the cock, right?
I don't want that holiday.
What the
Whatever
fuck?
you're talking about, I don't want. No, I don't. No, don't invite me to your house if we're doing shit like that. No, sir. No, sir. Keep your knife in yourself.
Oh
Keep
my
it yourself.
goodness.
Dear
Oh.
God.
I don't know. What do you guys call turkeys? I always knew that they were cocks.
Oh. I just don't want the term knife and cock in the same sentence.
That's what I'm saying.
Agreed.
I'm comfortable with that.
Well, then you're all going to have to apologize to your chickens.
To my
Oh.
chickens. Nothing wrong with my chicken. My chicken's good.
Oh my goodness. Until then, everyone, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week. Peace.